So the expected value will be equal to, if I just simplify the integrand here, I'll end up with negative 1 over 16 x cubed plus 25 over 48 x. Now, if you work this out, integrate whatever we have as the integrand, we'll end up with negative 1 over 64 x to the power 4 plus 25 over 96 x squared 30, which will be equal to negative 81 over 64 plus 225 over 96, which will be equal to 69 over 64. All right, now let's move to the variance. The variance of x will be equal to the integral from 3 to 0 of x squared multiplied by PDF, which is 1 over 16 x squared plus 25 over 48 minus 69 over 64 squared, which will give us negative 1 over 80 x to the power 5 plus 25 over 144 x to the power 3 minus 69 over 64 squared. That gives us negative 243 over 80 plus 675 over 144 minus 69 over 64 squared, which basically gives me 0.488. All right. Last question. A continuous random variable t has PDF defined by this. Find the values of the expected value, variance, median, and mode. Okay. Let's start with the expected value. That will be the integral from 3 to 2 of t multiplied by 6 over t squared dt, which will be equal to integral from 2 to 3 6 over t dt, which will be 6 ln t, and the limits are 3 to. So I'll end up with 6 ln 3 minus 6 ln 2, which is basically 6 ln 3 over 2. And part B, the variance of t will be equal to the integral from 2 to 3 of t squared multiplied by 6 over t squared minus 6 ln 3 over 2 all that squared. Okay, so what we'll end up with here is the integrand of 3 to 6 dt minus 6 ln 3 over 2 squared. Well, what this will give us is 60 with limits 3 to minus 6 ln 3 over 2 squared. And if we simplify this, we'll end up with 18 minus 12 minus 6 ln 3 over 2 squared, which will give me 6 minus 36 ln 3 over 2 squared.